Hello and welcome back to Kim's Cozy Corner. I'm Kim and today we are going to transplant these plants into our GreenStalk. Come with me and let's get started. These Bok Choy and micro dwarf tomatoes have been growing anywhere from 3 weeks to 2 to 3 weeks, actually 2 to 3 weeks. And they are large enough now that I can add them to my GreenStalk. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get right on that. So the first thing we're going to do are going to be the Bok Choy. Bok Choy needs an original tier, not a leaf tier. Original tiers are 10 inches deep, and Bok Choy requires the 10-inch deep tiers. But the Bok Choy, the particular type that I have, they don't grow really deep roots. So I'm going to put 2 to the pocket where it calls for 1. So I'm going to put 2 per pocket. And then the micro dwarf tomatoes are so small, they only get 6 to 9 inches tall, that I could use a leaf pocket for those. So I'm kind of switching things up a little bit here, and we will put 2 plants per pocket for those as well. So we're going to start first though with our Bok Choy. Okay, I think I have everything set up so you can see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is the Bok Choy. So let me grab the Bok Choy. So I'm going to grab the Bok Choy. And again, I could leave the Bok Choy in here for 1 more week, but I'm traveling for 2 weeks, so I need to go ahead and up pot the Bok Choy. I should say transplant, because we are not up potting anymore. We are putting it in its final home. I'll put 2 in that one. I'm going to hand my helper my containers. I spread those a little too far apart, but we'll make it work. There you have it. I have all of the Bok Choy in the GreenStalk and ready to go. Let's move on to the transplanting of the tomatoes. So now we're going to move into transplanting the micro dwarf tomatoes into these top tier of the GreenStalk. If you don't know much about a GreenStalk vertical planter, please check out my All Things GreenStalk, and I have a description and I explain the whole GreenStalk process and just how it works and how it can save you a ton of space, especially if space is a constraint for you. But I am going to work on Tiny Tims today, and I'm going to work on Red Robin. And my Santa Claus did absolutely nothing, so there will be no Santa Claus growing in my tower. So Tiny Tims, Red Robin, and I do have an orange hat, but they're too small to transplant. So I have to save at least 1 space for the orange hat. But we're going to get these planted. I will fast forward the video so you don't have to sit and watch all of this. We're going to put 2 Tiny Tim into each pocket. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot my mycorrhizal. So let me get my mycos. So I forgot my mycos for my Bok Choy. So we didn't get it in there, but that's okay. It's in my bottom tier. All of the nutrition from the top actually will eventually work its way to the bottom tier. So I should be okay. But I definitely want to get it in underneath my tomatoes. Mycos actually helps the roots become stronger. Stronger is a mycorrhizal inoculation that'll help the roots grow to make a nice, stronger plant. So let's make sure we get that in here today for the tomatoes. and it only takes a teeny little bit. So for the tiny Tims, they are tiny. I'm going to do 2 plants for each cell. For tomatoes, they say 1 plant. I'm doing 2 because they're just that small, because they're micro dwarfs. So I put just a little bit in the cell. I'm going to go ahead and put some here. This soil is extremely dry. I really should dampen the soil before I start, but time is of the essence for me today, as I'm trying to get a lot done in a very short period of time. I'm leaving 2, so I don't need to do these 2 pockets. All right. So let's go back to our first pocket. And look at that. There's 2. So I got my Tiny Tim seeds from M.I. Gardner. And M.I. Gardner does an amazing job with seeds. Germination is always great, but check this out. I only put 2 seeds per cell for my Tiny Tims, and I got 100% germination. That's rare. To get 100% germination is rare no matter what company you work with. So it just gives you an idea of just how great M.I. Gardner's doing with quality control, checking the seeds and everything before they sell them to the public. So way to go, M.I. Gardner. So 100% germination, and I'm going to move these into the cells. I'm pulling the plants apart. So I have 2 plants. And for tomatoes, you want to bury them deep. You barely want to leave anything out. The deeper you bury them, the stronger the stem and the roots will be, which will give you a stronger overall plant. So that's 1. Let's get the next one. Some people actually cut the plants and only keep the strongest of the 2. I can't do that. It's a perfectly good plant. I can't let it go. I can't cut a plant like that. So I keep everything I possibly can keep. Now, if one of the plants was really struggling, that's another story. But if both plants are super healthy, I'm keeping both plants. I got to bury this one super deep. There we go. Didn't need to add any additional. Look at this. I tell you what, this is some horrible, horrible, horrible potting soil that I have. But, you know, we got to work with what's available in the winter where I live. Trying to get good potting soil this time of year is very difficult. But anyway, as I was saying, if a plant's weak, absolutely, I probably wouldn't use it if it was weak. But these plants are not weak. I'm all about some art, vegetable art. So I have 2 there. I'm going to put 2 here and then 1 there. So that'll leave 1 pocket for the orange hat. I got to think about this. So I already have 4. All right. I will put these 2 here. I might not have that much vegetable art on this one. Should have thought about that before I started planning. Making sure you have a good plan is so, so, so important. Thought I had a good plan. I have a lot of tomatoes. I have a video out there where I talk about my 51 types of tomatoes that I'm trying to narrow down for my 100+ spots. So if you're not sure what kind of tomatoes you want to grow and you want to see some of the options out there, check out that video. Those are my Tiny Tims. Let me get my tags. I've decided that I'm going to put my orange hat in a different container, and I'm only going to put the Tiny Tims and the Red Robin in here. So that gives me plenty of room to plant 3 Red Robins and 3 Tiny Tims. I take it back. I only have 4 Red Robin plants. So there'll be 2 Red Robins I'm going to leave room for one orange hat. I didn't realize this was a 4-cell, not a 6-cell plant. And the Santa Claus didn't grow at all. So I got my mycos in there. We're going to bury them deep. Ooh, these tomatoes smell amazing. Oh my goodness. It's making me wish it was summer. They're in there and they're in there deep. Now for the micro dwarf tomatoes, they don't get very large. We use these for like snacking. I might put them in a salad or give them to my daughter to take to school in her lunch. But if I end up with way too many of these, which I have been known to do in the past, then in those situations, I will throw those in with anything that I may be canning. So they could end up in my canned. Oh my goodness. Boy, how this bark messed my plant up completely. So it can be in my canning preserves as well. But typically fresh eating is how I think about my micro dwarfs. All right. So an extra label here. So I have red robins, 2 of them. I have 3 tiny Tims with 3 pockets left. And I'm saving 1 pocket for my orange hats. All right, turning the camera around so you can see the entire planter. So the GreenStalk is finished. We have in the bottom, Bok Choy, lettuce and carrots, all lettuce. And in the very top, we have micro dwarf tomatoes. And we're just waiting for orange hat to fill 1 pocket. But this GreenStalk is finished. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll keep these videos coming for you. Thank you. Have a great day. Enjoy growing. Bye.